A buddy of mine sent me a message asking how I get smooth shots with this, the DJI Pocket 3. And so Ryan, this video is for you. I'm going to give you some tips on shooting with the Pocket 3. This is not necessarily about camera settings, this is more about just a way to use the camera. With that, let's get into it. I use this a lot for automotive stuff, whether it be getting rollers or smooth B-roll shots of the car, or doing cool hyperlapses for non-automotive stuff. But the first tip that really helps for getting all those kind of cool shots is abuse the tracking that this can do. So with it, you can double tap the screen without using a phone to create a track, and then you can use that to keep yourself locked onto a rim or a headlight or even the whole side of the car, and then you could use that to get a very smooth shot without really having to know how to aim the camera. So that's one tip I use a lot to really help you get the shot. One thing that is cool that I do use as well is once you get the track, you can use the joystick to reframe the shot so that what you're tracking is not dead center if you want it to have to be off to a side or something like that. Little things like that that actually make it a lot more usable and a lot more interesting. So my next tip is to make sure your camera is fully updated so that you have the zoom feature. There's a new feature that was added in one of the more recent updates that allows you to do a zoom in that's cropped on the sensor zoom. So you still get very good quality with the camera while you're using it. The only caveat with this mode is that you can't be using log, so you have to be in the normal color profile, and also you can't use the tracking, which is a huge letdown. I wish you could. If they could figure out a way to make that work, that'd be awesome. But what it's really good for is you get very good close-up shots. It's like a 40mm lens, so it's really cool for close-ups, and what I like the most is for getting cool parallax shots. So while you're aimed at the car, the background is moving like crazy fast behind. Like in a location like this, where I have these towers in the background with the car as the subject, it looks really cool. For the last tip, this one takes a little bit more work in post, but it's worth it, is filming in slow-mo or high frame rates. So set the camera to 60 frames per second or the 120 frames per second. What that lets you do is it gives you the opportunity to film something very quick, and you don't have to be super steady because you're moving so quick, and then when you slow it down, you're gonna have smooth panning footage. Or instead of trying to move extremely slowly, you can move a normal speed and then have that footage slow down in post, which then gives you that very smooth footage. The other advantages to filming in a higher frame rate is that it gives you more flexibility with the footage. If you want to go a little bit slower at the end of a clip to do like a slow down, or if you want to slow down a section of the footage to emphasize something, you get that flexibility with the slower frame rate. But the main reason for it though is just that if you slow down your footage when you replay it, it's going to be super smooth comparably. The only time I don't recommend doing slow-mo though is if you're filming rollers with the Pocket camera. You want that shutter speed to be as low as you can so you get that really smooth motion blur, which makes the shots look better. That's the only time that I don't recommend using the higher frame rates. So these are my tips for using the Pocket 3. I did make this video a little bit more focused around new users because there has been a lot of people going from a cell phone to this camera as their first real camera. So if that's you and you did find it useful, give it a thumbs up. But if you're a more experienced user and have some tips that I didn't think about, leave it down in the comments down below. I like to see what you got because maybe it's something that I would find useful as well. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.